Crested Butte, Colorado. I'm Misty Winters, and this morning we are going to talk to a male celebrity style expert all the way in New York City who's going to help us understand how to keep the men in our lives looking good during the winter. I'm joined by Michael Washburn from New York City. Michael, are you there?
I'm right here, yes.
Good morning, Michael.
Good to see you, Amy.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's great. Listen, everyone here wants to know. It's so hard for women to look good in the winter with all the bulky coats and the boots. For men, it's just a disaster. I understand that you have some tips that are going to help us keep the men in our lives looking good. How can we do that?
Well, we do tend to be sort of trolls in the winter, I realize that. But there are a few primary decisions that we can make to keep us from looking a little bit less, repellent from, the fair sex in the winter. And I think the first thing that we can look at is outerwear, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's the first thing that you see. It's the first thing that the person you're speaking to is going to think about. And I've often been mistaken for a hobo. I mean, believe it or not, I have a long beard. I sometimes am unkempt, but I've been known to look homeless.
Are there any outerwear choices that will,
well, as a matter of fact,
contradict that urge?
I believe that, sorry, my cats are here.
It's
They're
okay.
Crazy. I've lately been wearing this. There's a specific Land's End garment that I'm sorry, my cats.
Really?
A Land's End garment, which is both. It's reversible. So what's really fantastic about this is that when it comes down to your life in the fashion world, people tend to think that you live a singular, unified life. But no, we all live very segmented, divided lives.
That's right. How does the coat work, Michael?
Well, on the outside, you've got a water-repellent exterior, which is obviously very useful when it comes down to repelling the elements.
That's right. Now, what about the inside when you reverse it? What's on the inside?
Well, someone might actually think that a reversible coat would be just as warm on the inside as it is on the outside. I'm sorry. But the way that this is organized...
Is it flannel on the inside?
I'm sorry. Forgive me. It is flannel on the inside. But when you turn it inside out, it's outside. What do you want to keep the cold outside? I mean, you actually are looking, what you're looking for in today's modern world is dual insulation against the wet and the heat. And you never know if that's going to come from the inside or the outside. And so you have to make sure that you've got a coat that can deal with both.
What about male winter grooming? Are there any tools
don't do
that help? Are there any tools that help the men in our lives keep themselves looking nice and cropped?
Well, you've got to keep control of things. My wife, in particular, likes a very long beard on me, but I feel like I look like some sort of striking coal miner. There is a new product from Gillette. It's actually quite dynamic. It's a beard trimmer which allows for different gradations. Normally there's only 1 centimeter gradations between the size of the beard shear, but this allows up to 3/4 or a quarter, I guess 4 times as many gradations in the beard shaving.
And what else do you have for us today?
But there's a new app. I think it's available on both the iPhone and the Android phone by Kayak, which allows you to see not only the prevailing cheap rates on a phone, but also the percentage of times that they're on, the percentage of on-time arrivals for the flight, but also how crowded the flights are. So you therefore know if you're not going to get bumped or if you're going to be able to make it to your destination on time. And I think that this is one of the essential components of being, masculine in the time. You've got to be on time, you've got to look good, and you've got to stay dry.
I completely agree. Michael, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Have a great day.
Right.
And now to Wendy Peppers with traffic.